So my name is Dean M. Chambers. The M stands for money.
My name is Craig, and we're Checks Over Strikes. And what it basically means is checks in your name, no strikes against it. So we kind of came up with that term and with that philosophy. You want to be able to have as models check marks and not strikes against your credit, strikes against your name. You know, all these negative terms that could impact you from, achieving a goal, purchasing a home, because all these things, credit, investing, financial planning and budget, come with these things. If you don't know how to do any of these things and you have a goal of purchasing a house, you're going to be lost. We co-wrote a book that helps people with financial literacy, especially marginalized areas. And we just want to point out too that everybody has the right to success. It doesn't matter race, color, or creed. We want to make sure that people have the right to success and they understand it. Our book is a universal language and it talks about various things in a way me and Dean are chilling on the block talking. You know what I mean? The language, it suits the book, therefore that, anybody can pick it up and read it.
So Craig was approached by a group of 7 girls that wanted to buy a property. Like, they're really, really close-knit friends. So they knew that Craig was involved in investment properties. So Craig said, yeah, sure, don't worry, I'll come and mentor you. And Craig knew my background with doing the taxes and everything that I was involved in. I pretty much had an outline of what I want to talk about. So as we were discussing this information to them, they're like millennials, they're in their 20s. We just noticed that they lacked so much knowledge. Like, they literally had nothing. Like, they didn't have a deposit, they didn't have anything saved up. They didn't even know their credit score. So like, what the hell? Like, how the hell are you gonna buy a property and you don't know all these things? Like, the ins and outs, like the down payment, have your 20% down payment, your closing costs, like none of that stuff they knew. So literally we schooled them on that for about from January to about March until COVID hit.
Yeah.
And the information that we were giving them, like, they literally just gravitated to it so well. We're like, yo, I said, Craig, let's put this in a book. Like, we need to put this out there for the masses. Like, we could do some damage out there if, like, people have this information. So literally with me and Craig, we're not somebody to just sit there and just wait for somebody to give us an opportunity. We're opportunists. Like, if we see an opportunity, like, we're gonna go out there and get it because we know it's possible. So we said, yo, let's just go out there, find an editor, find someone to do the book cover. We literally did everything ourselves. We're like, yo, we're not into the long talking with people. Like, we're gonna get stuff done now.
Yeah. So
we literally, from like March to about June, we put the book together. Come July, we released it. We let everybody know, and then since July up till today, we've sold over like 900 books, and we're not stopping from there. Next, we're coming out with a course where we're gonna just break down everything down to people so that they understand it in more depth. And also, for the people that don't like to read, they have the course that they can also visually watch as well. We're going to be releasing an audio book soon. Like, there's big things down the pipeline that we're just making sure that we can touch everybody so that they have this information that we didn't have. Literally, anybody that's around our age, the first thing they say to us is, yo, thank you for this book. I wish I had this book when I was younger, because this book, I would have made much better decisions than I did. And then people that have kids said, yo, I'm giving this to my kid because I want to make sure that they have a better future than I have right now. And that's how we pretty much came here today with our book, Don't Be a Waste Youth, Financial Literacy Guide. So Don't Be a Waste Youth is pretty much a Jamaican term that me and my brother used to say to each other all the time. And it's literally like, yo, why are you doing that foolish move for? Like, like, don't be stupid. So for us, we are always saying it to each other, like, if we do something dumb, it's like, yo, why being a waste you? Don't be a waste you, like, So for me, it's something that just resonated with me, where it's like, yo, you need to learn about money. Like, if you want money, like, if you want to maintain it, like, don't be a waste you. Like, you need to learn this stuff. Like, you need to learn about credit, you need to learn about saving, you need to learn about investing, you need to learn about budgeting. And then as I got older, I went to school for accounting and finance. So I learned about taxes. So I was like, whoa, okay, this is proper now. So now I can do other people's taxes, and then now they're paying me. The more and more I did people's taxes, the more and more I seen that people were going through the same struggles I was. Like, they don't know the information. Like,
I grew up with my mother and my 3 other siblings, but growing up in these areas, these marginal areas, were tough because there weren't many resources for us to kind of do different things, and financial literacy wasn't big on my table because I didn't know nothing about it, and my mom didn't really know much about it. And it really boils down to, you just don't know what you don't know. And I also learned that, the life of crime, even though there was so much around me. I couldn't do it. Like, I don't get it twisted. I wasn't perfect. I tried certain things, but when it didn't work out for me, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. I can't do it. It's not my way of life. Let me try to get a job. So, after going to school, started my career within Bell Canada. I worked there for 16 years of my life. And during those 16 years, I gotta say, I was comfortable, I was complacent. So at the end of the day, I just didn't feel like I was fulfilling my niche. I was a community person, I'm a socialist, I speak to kids, I was always a leader. When I was working at Bell, I led people, and I always just knew what to say. So, at that point, I had a good talk with my mentor, and I said, hey, I want to leave. That's when I resigned, and people thought I was crazy, and what are you doing, Craig? Such a good job, good salary. But in the back of my mind, I knew I was doing something that I want to do, and which would make me happy.
Being able to claim back your time, that's financial freedom to you.
For me, financial freedom doesn't mean that I need a gazillion dollars to chill out. As long as I am able to give back and be able to be happy. Because a lot of people that have a lot of money are not necessarily happy. And for me, I look at myself as, if I'm not giving back the information, what am I doing? If I'm not trying to make someone else better than I was when they were growing up, why am I doing